Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our wonderful guests. It's so nice to see you here this evening. And what is, for me, what brings me joy and improves my life is coming to Toastmasters. Sometimes when I'm really stressed, I think maybe I won't go, but then I come anyway because this is where I get renewed. So tonight, I hope my speech helps renew your life, because I'm going to talk about guns. And I want you to know I don't hate guns. I grew up in Fort Madison, Iowa, and my next door neighbor was a gun enthusiast. Many times during the day or the evening, we would hear pow, 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 because he was testing one of his guns. He had a huge collection, and I'm assuming he was shooting off blanks to test the firing action on whatever firearm he was using. As well as one of the insurance agents down in the next block at the end of the alley had a ginormous gun collection. My best friend and I loved to wander in there when he wasn't paying attention and wouldn't shoo us right back out, and wander around looking at all those absolutely amazing firearms. He had some little pocket pistols that were only that big. They must have only shot off one tiny little projectile of some sort, but they were what ladies carried in their purses for self-defense, and we thought they were marvelous. Of course, he had a lot of bigger guns, shotguns, rifles, all kinds of different firearms. And my uncles were hunters. I was very accustomed to seeing my cousins and my uncle go out on the farm and come back carrying a squirrel or a rabbit, because the idea of hunting for food was still very prevalent. But I think the time has come for this country to do something about the proliferation of guns, and particularly for guns that have high-capacity magazines, for guns that don't have to have the trigger pulled repeatedly, that can wipe out a group of people waiting to go into a nightclub to enjoy themselves and have an evening out in 24 seconds. 24 seconds is all that it took for the gunman in Dayton, Ohio, to take 9 people from life forever. That is wrong. I don't hate guns, but I think we all should be opposed to the idea that guns should just be everywhere, that everybody should be walking around with a gun strapped to their hip, and that those guns can just waste people indiscriminately. There is something wrong with that. When we expanded across this continent, the mark of civilization was when a community had law and civilization and order brought to it, that the citizens could rely on their police force to keep order and maintain rule. And they could put their guns away. They didn't have to walk around armed all the time. And we need to go back to the idea that every man does not need to carry a gun to defend themselves. That we should be able to go out to Walmart or to a nightclub or to our church or wherever it is. We should not have to leave the house wondering if we are going to wind up dead that day. So I urge you, when you next place a vote, that you consider whether the candidate for whom you are voting supports even the most minimal of gun regulation. Do something As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, by your silence, you are making yourself known. And I think by our silence at the ballot box, we are making ourselves known. So when the next election comes out, make sure that you speak in favor of some kind of sensible gun control. Mr. Toastmaster.
All right, Sandra. I knew it was going to be a good one when you told me the title and you said it was going to be a free-form speech. Did a great job of giving us a background of your history with guns, kind of painted us a nice picture, and it went along with what we were talking about earlier with Sunday drives. Felt like I was living out in the country. Your passion for the speech, like most of yours, was excellent. There weren't as many pounding on the tables, but as always, you excelled at your passion, how you talked about it, kind of your tone of voice with it. Another thing, this kind of went along with your other free-form speeches, is just a point from the other side. I talked about that last time. It's not always super one-sided, but just maybe throw in something from the other side. Something you may want to work on is statistics. So you went into the 8 seconds and 8 people in 24 seconds. That was powerful. That made us think. Maybe get more of, this is a huge worldwide problem. This is expanding beyond the Ohio Mall. This is going to other places. And just get us to think more about that. And then again, this gets into politics. And one of your speeches, you wanted politics to act. So I like that you want us to go act. But again, politicians don't always do what we want them to do and what they say. But I'm glad we're getting out there and voting. Again, I think you did a great job. You always do a great job challenging yourself and then challenging how we're thinking of the world and how we're voting. Great job.